Good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. If you're tuning in live or watching the VoD later, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. And let's go ahead and get this build started. I'll try not to ramble as much this time. Little notes taken on the last stream, so let's see if I even have a script outline this time, so let's see if we can't run it right. All right, quick and easy. This is our boy Chef Boyardee. I wanted to make a build that was not just because it was chef oriented, and they started to come out with like the Jester's Fest weapon styles, and they did also have Cadwell's weapon style as well, which I'm running right here. So it's a really fun build. It is running Oaken Soul. Let's go ahead with the outline. So the race I decided to pick was Redguard. Very good passives, especially for a little bit of extra time on the duration of any food eaten. Weapon abilities, the cost of everything is down by 8%. That's huge. Increased stamina, which is also matches. This is a very stamina heavy build. And also, when you deal damage, you restore stamina. So perfect race for this kind of build. Let's go ahead with the rest of the details here. The base class and only class, this is not a subclass build, I went with Nightblade. Nightblade is still pretty OP as far as a, base without having to subclass. It's still pretty strong, but for what I wanted to do, it had a little bit of everything in each category here. So let's see what else we have. Mundus, Thief Stone, of course, because that's the best DPS you can get is out of the Thief Stone most of the time, unless you're making like a very specific niche build. But we went with Mundus. As far as the food buff goes, I am running. Nope, wrong one. Let's go ahead and take advantage. You can use Dubious Cameron Throne, but I wanted to go with something else. I can't exactly remember what it is, right? Clockwork Citrus Fillet. That's what it was, because we got to take advantage of that Redguard passive. Hey, Eerie. There we are. Sorry, Artaeum Takeaway Broth. There we go. So we'll go ahead and quick slot that while we're here. Bop. And just like that, we have nearly 3 hours worth of a food buff, which is huge, and that goes on top of what we have in the champion points, which we will go over in just a moment. Let's head back to the crib. All right, let's see. As far as potions goes, we're running Tri-Stat. I always run the Tri-Resto potions, which we will go ahead and quick slot there. We have a testing dummy. We're going to test this out in a second. What else do we have here? I hate following an outline, dude. I'm like, gotta. But it's definitely going to help as far as relaying information. I'll still keep a pinned comment with all of the build on there, which will hopefully assist. So we have all of that, other skill lines involved. This is a very easy build to make. Excuse me. The most difficult part, I would say, is if you have not scribed for mythics yet, you're gonna have to scribe for mythics. Because it's an Oaken Soul build. Oaken Soul is one of the best mythics in the game, if not the best. And if you're not running it on any build, I highly recommend it. Get your scrying up, head to Artaeum? Yeah. Head to Artaeum. I'm sure there's plenty of walkthroughs on how to get your scrying skill up there at that location. But for right now, I'll go ahead and show you guys what skills we have going on here. So with Oaken Soul, there is no back bar. So you only have the front bar. It's an easy 5 skills and 1 spammable. So, and the spammable is the bread and butter of this, the spaghetti and meatballs, rather, of this whole build. And we'll go over them one by one. Lotus Fan, located in the assassination skill line. We have siphoning attacks. I want to say, yeah, well, obviously, siphoning skill line. And there is the shattering knife. That we are going to go over in great detail here pretty soon. The rest of these are pretty general. If you either play the game or you don't, it's going to be in the class description there. It's going to be down all these skills. You'll be able to find it there or look it up. on your own time. Dark Shade, we're going to summon a little helper. He's going to assist us a bit. And Power Extraction from the Drain Power Morph on the siphoning skill line as well. Now, for the spaghetti and meatballs again. We are running Traveling Knife. This skill, even after all the updates, is still super busted. So busted, in fact, because it is a spammable. It does damage, but also War Mage's Defense as your signature script gives you a almost 8k damage shield for 6 seconds. A spammable 8k damage shield. I can't believe they haven't patched over this because that is stupidly overpowered. So you're doing damage, you're slinging spaghetti all over the place. So the CHEF Boyardee build still gets me, man. I had so much fun playing as CHEF Boyardee. And I attached for the affix script Life Seal, which anytime you do attacks, you actually heal for the attack. So that stacks very well with your siphoning attack, which is also any damage you deal, you heal, but you also restore stamina and magicka. So let me go over this and make sure. Champion points. Part of me is glad I made an outline. All right, so as far as the crafting tree, these are all pretty whatever you want. I mean, he's running all medium. We'll go over his set in just a moment. But Steed's Blessing, that's kind of whatever you want to make it. Warfare tree. Reaving Blows is huge. You deal damage. When you deal direct damage, you heal for 8% of that damage done. Just more healing as you're attacking. Deadly Aim. Wrathful Strikes, and Master at Arms. As far as the fitness tree goes, we have Bastion, which increases that damage shield strength. That 8k damage shield is now 15% more effective. I want to say that puts it almost up to 10%, or excuse me, 10k damage shield. Spammable. You are just having a constant 10k damage shield. Nothing can really touch you unless it one-shots you, which has just been a blast. Rejuvenation, a lot of recovery there. Extra armor, we're running all medium. And extra health, just because we're not running anything heavy, so that should help out quite a bit. Let's go over the sets. Get out of the quick slot. Okay, so there is no monster set for this one because we're running Oaken Soul right here. But I went with the extra offensive penetration because that just increases your base damage by a sufficient amount. I would rather have just a flat damage over having to... how should I put it? Weapon and spell damage can be mitigated through an enemy's armor. So offensive penetration kind of helps relieve that. It's just flat damage, so I'd rather run that personally. At least I'm pretty well convinced that's how it works. Only 3k hours in this game. Hopefully I know what I'm talking about, but if I am mistaken, please let me know. So these are the sets that I decided to run on this build. Grizzly Gourmet. It's... This is really fun as a chef build, because what happens is that after you light attack, you build stacks of Baker's Delight. After 3 stacks, a sweet roll just spawns in the middle of whatever you're fighting, and either you can grab it or an ally, and it can either restore almost 16k health, magicka, and stamina. You gain Empower, which I'll admit is one downside of this particular set as far as you trying to acquire your own sweet rolls, because you have Empower through Oaken Soul. So that's, you know, God forbid 2 out of 3. Major Force for 10 seconds, increasing your damage by 10%, I believe. So we'll show you that in just a moment. Very good 5-piece bonuses here. You even have 2 extra 5-piece bonuses. Oh, thank goodness I'm not covering it up this time. Sip some coffee here. A lot of extra stamina, extra weapon spell damage, extra offensive penetration. It's a great set, especially for this kind of thing. It's a niche set, but it's a good set. And so obviously we have Oaken Soul. You're going to get a whole bunch of passives just by wearing this. The only downside, which is barely a downside, is you can't switch to your back bar. To have all of these major and minor passives for the small cost of having a one bar build, it's hard not to constantly make Oaken Soul builds. I have a few, but after a while it does get very... I feel like I'm not customizing my character as much as I would like to. And again, the whole idea about any of my builds is that I want to have fun. This is all about just having a good time and enjoying the build that you make. I noticed if you make too many meta or min-max builds, like, yeah, they're very efficient and effective, but they get old, man. They get tiresome. There's no motivation to play as that character. It's just, I don't know. People can get their kicks out of being OP. I get my kicks out of having fun. The next set is Ring of the Essence Thief. Essence Thief is great for stamina builds. In general, you not only get a couple set bonuses for stamina, but you also get some weapon and spell damage. Again, dealing light or heavy attack draws essence from the enemy. So, and again, this is do a lot of light attack weaving as you're attacking whatever it is that you're attacking, and it will bring out, I will show you in just a second on the dummy here, it will spawn a little green pool of green, basically. It glows green, and it heals you. It restores a bunch of stamina, almost, let's see, almost 5k health, a little over 4k stamina, and increases your damage done by 10% for 10 seconds. That is not major force. It just does. It increases your damage done by 10%, and it stacks on top of your major force that you get from, that you have a chance to get. 1 in 3 chance to get off of your sweet rolls from the Grizzly Gourmet. So let's go ahead and let me make sure that I went over everything this time. Weapons and enchantments. All the set, everything is medium armor. Everything is divines. This is a PvE set. I'm sure you can make a PvP as well. I might have tried at one point and I was like, dude, it just ain't for me. I like running around. I like playing this as like an Elder Scrolls game, but I'm sure I've seen a build or two that use Essence Thief and this very busted skill, the Shattering Knife, for PvP as well. But we're running all divines, stamina and chance all around. As far as the jewelry goes, we're running infused on everything. You can do bloodthirsty. PvE, bloodthirsty is a little bit more effective, but I wanted just I wanted to hit hard from the start. I didn't want to have to earn it by chiseling down at an enemy's health. I just figure if I go in guns blazing, eventually the thing will die. Whatever it is that I'm attacking, be it in a dungeon or a delve or a world boss. With that 10k shield spammable, you could take as much time as you want. If anything, your spamming finger will get tired. That's probably the biggest drawback of this build. Weapon, let's see, I think I did the, weapon damage enchantment on all of those. As far as the weapons themselves go, I went with 2 daggers of the Essence Thief, 1 flame damage enchantment and 1 poison damage enchantment, and they are both charged trait. So whatever you hit will typically take on the either poison status effect or the burning status effect. Going through the... Okay, I want to say that's everything. Let's get into it. I still ended up rambling. Isn't that crazy? Alright, let's see if we can't. Alright, so what we're going to go with first is we're going to open up with that, is it Lotus Fan? Yeah, Lotus Fan, and then we're going to go into Power Extraction. Summon the Dark Shade, you can do that whenever you want to. You know, maybe do that first. Sorry about the rotation. But in the end, you're just going to be light attacking and spamming Shattering Knife. That's going to be the spaghetti and meatballs. So let's go ahead and contradict what I just said by spawning our boy here. We're going to hit him with the Lotus Fan. There we go. And then, so there is Essence Thief. And there is, it was kind of quick, but Hopefully we saw the sweet roll there. Alright, so there's Essence Thief. There's that glowing ball there. And there is the sweet roll. So again, you can only pick up the Essence Thief set buff here, but anybody in your party can pick up that sweet roll and get one of those 3 bonuses that I talked about. So essentially, and we're balancing out at about 34k-ish damage off the bat. Ah, see, I knew it. I knew I was going to forget something. But see how you're just kind of going around and collecting what you drop out of this? It's going to heal you, it's going to restore your stamina, and a 10k damage shield. Like, look at our health. I would say a solid 50% of our health is all damage shield. That just maintains. This is so good. I really enjoyed making a CHEF Boyardee build. So goofy, but also just so much fun. Just slinging ravioli everywhere. It does seem to be, like, you would think it would get kind of tiresome, but you do kind of get a power trip out of it. I can almost guarantee you. So there's that. Hey, man. There's that. And for the ult, let's go ahead and... You all get the idea as far as hitting the dummy there goes. And my apologies. For the ult, I went with Incapacitating Strike from the Assassination Tree. Yeah. It does 23k disease damage, which is massive, and 20% more damage from your attacks for 10 seconds. So that, stacked on top of the Major Force, stacked on top of that extra 10% you get from, potential extra 10% you get from the Grizzly Gourmet set. If the stars are aligned and on your side, which happens fairly frequently if you can keep up your light attacking, that's 40% extra damage. Off of your ult and off of just trying to time everything right there. But eventually, it happens more frequent than you would think. So we're going to go ahead and restore here, and let's go ahead and test this out. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. Because, like I said, last time I had so many regrets on my second stream. I was like, oh, dude, there was so much that I didn't go over. And, you know, hindsight's 20/20. But, attributes everything into stamina. Here's the stats that we have, just base stats. Very high crit damage, very high critical chance. Spell pen isn't bad, 3.5k. High spell resistances, but again, 10k damage shield. That's so goofy. Very high stamina, almost 40k on that. Health is about average, and we don't need a whole lot of magicka because we're not spamming our 2 magicka skills, which are Dark Shade and Lotus Fan. That's like a once a use every 15 some odd seconds. So let's go ahead and test this out on some things, shall we? This might be a bit of a shorter stream. I forgot that it was Veterans Day tomorrow. Happy Veterans Day to any veterans out there. Thank you for your service. And oh my, well, thank you for the heal, friend. That was unexpected. Let's go ahead and see whom we can find here. Somebody already killed my favorite river troll. That's a shame. But something tells me he'll bounce back. He'll be okay. Let's see here. So again, like, I love Oaken Soul builds because it does make things a lot easier for newer and veteran players when you only have 5 skills to keep tabs on, and some of them can be passive, just like the which one's this? Siphoning attacks. That just stays on your bar. You don't actually have to do anything with it. You can if you're like really in a rut and you need to convert your health into magic or stamina, but for the most part, it just kind of sits there and lets you do your thing. But like I said, the downside to Oaken Soul is I do feel as if I am customizing my builds significantly less. I didn't realize that we actually had the way shrine over there. But yeah, I enjoy customizing these builds and these characters. It's a lot more fun to make it your way as opposed to being boxed in. This is the only MMO I've ever played. But from what I've seen from other ones, you have like a skill bar of 20 skills and all this other stuff, and it seems like that seems overwhelming for me personally. I'm sure it's something that anybody could get used to, but I didn't mind the 10 skills plus the 2 ults that you get through ESO. Cutting that in half, which is already apparently for a standard MMO like a low number, 12 skills total, is already, you know what I mean? Cutting that in half just seems like, wow, this is, I can push 3 buttons and that's the rest of the game. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get some of these essence things here. We're still going to want to, I shouldn't have gotten so cocky, but I have to pick up the essence thief, green, and the sweet rolls. But you see, they're just spawning all around. You can't miss them. Oh, looks like we got, is somebody here helping me out? Oh, no. Good. I don't need them anyway. But you see, very stamina heavy. You can see if I'm not smart about it, I can lose out, but that's where the tri-res comes in anyways. There we go, get that. We're gonna go ahead and hit a tri-res, and we're gonna grab our essence thief. See, I haven't been paying any attention to who I'm hitting right now. I just know that I am. And I'm not going through my rotation very well either. It's just too much fun, just slinging spaghetti, man. Every now and again, the Essence Thief and the Grizzly Gourmet Sweet Roll will land on top of each other, making life a lot easier, but it does keep you moving, which is kind of cool. So even if they do end up in 2 separate areas around your enemy, it's really no big deal. You should be moving anyways, kind of. If you're not making like a flanking build, you know, the extra crit chance standing behind them is huge as well. Let's go ahead and, oh, we're not even at 50% yet. I have not been helping. I have no room to talk. I have not unlocked that particular area with Chef Boyardee, but let's see what we could do with that world boss that's over there. That did not go very well last stream. I'm not gonna lie. That was a struggle. I called it. I said, you know what? As long as that wall of flame doesn't catch me by surprise, literally got me every time. Your boy was so sad. So, let's see. Sunport Dock. It is to the south. Right there. Ah, let's just go straight to him. We don't need... He has no daily quest. What am I doing? Zoss, what are you doing? Where's the daily quest for the new world boss? That's okay. I mean, it's not like I can develop a game, so... Who am I to talk? Hey, guys. Pop, pop. Pop. Beep. Give me that. Oh, he's dead. There we go. It's such an easy build. You press one button, and it's so simple, in fact, that I will constantly forget... Oh, it's the sapling tree. I will constantly forget to rotate the rest of my skills, because really that's the main one that you need to keep up with, is that spammable, scripted attack. There we go. Oh, there's some people over here. Huge. So we're going to hit him with one of these, one of those, get to CHEF. And we're gonna go ahead and keep that. I can stand in all these AoEs. Huge. In fact, maybe it would be better if I do move around with this build here, because, like I said, that wall of fire consistently catches me off guard, and it is super embarrassing. But yeah, plenty of sweet rolls to go around. Essence Thief is doing its thing. You see, oh, there's gonna be a compilation of me going. Okay, oh please, there we go. But you can take all the time in the world. No! You can take all the time in the world to get hit by that firewall again. Your boy. I'm having deja vu. I've been here before. You know, I don't know if I have it in me to do this another 3 times or whatever, but I started something. I'm gonna try to finish it. Let's see here. And it's just a good way to see how this set works. You saw there I picked up the Essence Thief and the Sweet Roll. They fell in relatively close proximity to each other. And as long as you're light weaving, these sets will just continuously proc. There's a Sweet Roll for me, and there's an Essence Thief as well. Lotus Fan, and let's hit him with the ult. It's almost a blockless build. Again, if there's like a great big one-shot 35k smack, you're gonna want to at least try to mitigate that a bit, but for what it is, it's nearly a blockless build. Again, keeping pretty steady at 35k. Oh, defeat 40 enemies with scribe skills, huge. Stop doing that. Get my Essence Thief. I missed it. That's huge. Okay, so he's down to 70%. I've done this enough to where I know he's not gonna get me this time. But what are you gonna do about it? But okay, there we go. See? There we are. Gotta take him over here now. And hopefully that wall of fire will stop. Huge. Beep, beep, beep. Fool me 10 times. Shame on you. But I could stand in the AoEs, no problem. Grab me more of me sweet rolls. Keebler elf. We've got Chef Boyardee and the Keebler elf. That's crazy. The gang's all here. Hit him with the ult. Alright, I see Essence Thief behind him along with my sweet roll. And again, anybody around here, to my knowledge, can pick it up too. I don't believe they have to be in my group. Except for Essence Thief. This glowing thing is only for me. But the sweet rolls that drop, anybody can come and grab those. I'm gonna look. As soon as I look away for 5 seconds, something's gonna happen. Give me that sweet roll. Give me that Essence Thief. Do not conjure a wall right where I'm standing. Gonna hit a tri-res, and that'll stack nicely with that Essence Thief. So, this is the build. One thing I noticed also in my last video is that I breathe heavy into the microphone when I'm eager to kill something. Oh boy, here we go. Get away from all that. I can keep slinging. Come on, it's gonna spawn right there, isn't it? Nope. Yeah. No. Misclick. It was a misclick. Give me Essence Thief. Oh. Don't worry, boys. We're good. We're good. I'm keeping up with it this time. We know what we're doing. Let me hit a tri-res. See, when you're not spamming, that's when something can really catch up to you here, but I want to say that's all of them. 4? There we go. Okay. We're cooking. We are cooking. Give me that Essence Thief right next to me, which was super nice of it. See, I almost blocked out of instinct. I'm not used to having so many builds that are nearly blockless. I tried to adjust the audio as well, so that my clicking and my ticking and tacking on the keyboard doesn't register, so hopefully that's still the case. Oh, give me that sweet roll. Dude, it's a chef build. It's so fun. Who doesn't want to be a chef in ESO? And who's ever given that any thought whatsoever? Step up. Hit the tri-res. Hit the essence thief. Hit the ult. Dude, it's just... Oakensoul makes things so easy. And as far as a chef build that I really wanted, it works for this one. The Forbidden Chef Boyardee build. Oh, did I miss? Stop that. Okay, where is the rest of his firewalls? Is it 20%? It's got me paranoid now. Like, I know it's coming. Essence Thief. I almost fell back into it. That was kind of neat. Stop that. Hit him with the ult. Get a little tri-res. Get a little Essence Thief. Like I said, it keeps you moving, which is nice. I certainly don't mind it. And especially for just picking up free buffs, I just think the concept is funny. There's another sweet roll. There's another ult. Let's get my buddy back. Yeah, seconds hotel. No, my sweet roll! Don't worry, boys. We got him this time. It, in fact, did not take us 3 times on this run. Oh! I know better. I know better. Get out there, buddy. Oh, I'll hit him from a distance. See, that's what's nice about this scribe skill as well. There we go. He's just about down. It gives dual wielding a projectile, and that's just something that was always kind of missing from it. Can we get him? Oh, I don't want to risk it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Too easy, you know? Practically soloed him, and not at all. Thanks for the help, everyone. Thank you so much. Easy day. So, sorry. Didn't mean to do that into the mic. That's Chef Boyardee, baby. He's just here to... Howdy. Right back at you, bud. Let me get on my pepperoni horse. So there's a lot of aesthetic choices that I decided to make with this build in particular. I do that with a lot of my themed builds. Chef Boyardee. Who else do we have? Shigo from Kim Possible. Mike Tyson. Jesus. I have a Jesus healer build. And so for this one, let me go over what I decided for the costume and the appearance and all that. Tanked well, bro. Oh, hey, man. Anytime, Bambini. No, I'm just... I'm not gonna do that. Assist. There we go. Alright, so as far as the appearance goes, I settled with the baker costume. I do have the chef costume. I felt that it was not as akin to... Yeah, like, I don't look at that and I go, oh, dude, Chef Boyardee, even if I change the colors on it. So I decided baker was definitely a bit more accurate, and I obviously dyed it a different color to kind of make it a bit more similar to what all the pictures of Chef Boyardee on the can. I looked up some old pictures of the real Chef Boyardee, and this is as good as it's gonna get as far as anything that I've found in the game. Like I said, that's Cadwell's kitchen. For one of the daggers there, I want to say that is there any way for me to, yeah. That's Cadwell's axe. Oh, ignore this. I just needed like a filler for the rest of his costume. It goes kind of hard, but definitely not Chef Boyardee themed. So that is Cadwell's axe, and the other hand, the dagger, is Jester's Feast mace. Jester's Feast mace. And it really helps the sorry. The pan is on fire when you unsheath it. That's the flame enchantment, in case you're unaware. But it's so good. Like I don't know what else to say about it. It is such a fun build. Running around slinging ravioli has never looked better. I went with the Jester's personality. So he stands with a bit more confidence when he runs.
Bring aid to the Stark Fellowship.
I'm sorry. Get some coffee in me here. That's all I need. Your boy is just tired, but so there he goes. There's Chef Boyardee. So I went with the is it called Jester's? Let me reassure everybody here on that. Personalities. Yeah, Jester personality. What else are we running here? I want to say that's most of it. Everything else is obviously whatever you make it, make them look however you want to. As far as this looked the most like Chef Boyardee to me. You could verify that in the thumbnail. I put a picture of the OG there, so if I'm off on anything, well, that's my own fault. But yeah, that's generally that's the build. I would do a couple of these dailies. Brother, I am still so wiped from stage 1 of the writhing wall. I already vented about it in the last video. I'm not going to do it again, but I'm just not, I have no drive to do the exact same thing twice over. Okay, scratch that. I'm gonna vent a little bit, and I know I'm gonna leave our boy here on the screen just so that it's nice and aesthetic. I should have put him in a kitchen, but oh, there we go. That's another thing that I decided on. Cadwell's cat. Cadwell's cat has a bunch of cooking supplies on it. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place right now, but let me see if I can't. There we go. Preview. It's got a pot on the head, plates on the side, little pans for armor. I thought it was the cutest thing and perfect for a non-combat pet for a chef. And for the mount, pepperoni horse, baby. Have to run the pepperoni horse. I think it's made of mushrooms, but that's also used in cooking, so it works. It's just... It's a chef build, man. How much better can it get than that? Don't answer that. I'm sure somebody's made it better. I don't want to hear it. Good on them. But this is everything that I wanted in a chef build. Chef Boyardee just happened to be in the crosshairs. It's too good. Anyways, about what I was going to vent earlier. The whole writhing wall event as a whole. It's one thing where you already, where you pay for the new location, Solstice, and I understand that, oh hey, we want to keep things interesting, how about we have the whole community come together to unlock the other side. Conceptually, that's great. Non-conceptually, or however you want to put it, what are we doing? Like, it's the exact same thing as stage 1. If in stage 2 we unlocked some kind of new delve, or like a little, even like a public dungeon to run through and we can earn like a daily through there, or so, anything more. But this just feels like, oh hey guys, you already paid for the new zone, time to earn it. And oh, you earned it already? Earn it again. I'm like, what are we doing? Oh, here's a new world boss. He doesn't have a daily, but you'll be all right. You know, something that we got well, not for free. We paid for the expansions before. Westweald, Blackwood, all of that stuff prior to this. We paid for it. We got the zone. You ran the zone. Doing this to the players isn't going to sustain the player base. No one's going to look at the new zone if and when we unlock it and go, well, you know what? I played 60 hours helping to unlock this zone. Might as well get some fun out of it. No, we're all going to be beat. We're going to be fatigued. We're going to be sick of this, man. We're already sick of this. Anyways, I don't mean to go on and on about it. Again, it's not like I develop games or anything like that. I wouldn't know the first thing. But I know how to have fun. Brother, this ain't it. Stage 1 was kind of cool because it was all kind of unique and stuff, but to have us do the exact same thing back to 100% on Stage 2, guys, this is a chore. This is choring. And yeah, there's dailies that, you know, can feel kind of chorish to run in this game, you know, the daily writs and stuff and things like that, but like I don't mind that kind of stuff because you get decent rewards out of it. You get Drew wax, good materials, things like that. This is just could you not have done something a little bit different for Stage 2? Anyways, let's not keep going on about it. I hate to keep dunking on him, but yeah, so this is generally the build. Let me see if I have a decent public dungeon, speaking of which, unlocked. I have not traveled a whole lot with Chef Boyardee here. There we go. You know, everybody's favorite Dwemer dungeon, Lord Joke's online. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, if you know how to pronounce that, please, I challenge you to do so. I'm just kidding. You'll do it better than me. Don't. Let's see here. All right, let's see if I can remember how this layout goes. I know there's an easy way to just get into it to the right over here. So let's see. I was like, don't die, don't die. There we go. Right in the thick of it. This isn't really a, oh, somebody's already passed through here, I think. This dungeon doesn't have a whole lot of mobs. I usually go to Malabal for that. Malabal Tor, but there we go. Well, quick and easy hits. So all the skills work in pretty decent synergy, especially if you can actually keep up with the rotation, unlike me. There we go. I really wanted to find like a big mob of enemies. Actually, let's go ahead and put ourselves in the queue. Oh, I'll be fine in the background. There we go. Dude, a 10k. Let's go ahead and see after the champion points, because I showed it to you guys in on the scribing altar. There we go. Right now, the damage shield is, okay, it's not 10k. I exaggerated a little bit, but it is a little over 8k of a spammable damage shield. Busted. Super busted. That's every second. You get another AK damage shield. That lasts for 6 seconds if you decide to stop spamming it. Super wacky. And for every attack... Oh, can I... Thank you. And for every attack, you're healing. Narrowly untouchable. See, just then I got a little bit of both just by standing there. Luckily. I got a... Oh, there we go, thank you. I got a sweet roll and an essence thief. Every now and again, the RNG gods. And it's very frequent that it lands relatively close to you, but it never lands far enough to where it's tedious for you to have to go and get. See, like there, easy. There, easy. I love this build. This is good stuff. And just how mitigated you are to any damage with that. I hate to keep going on about it, but such a busted scribing skill, that traveling knife. It's been a while since I've been to this public dungeon. I'm not gonna try. Nope. Oh, there we go. There's a little mob. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna summon my boy. Going with Lotus Fan. Sucky sucky. And remember, it's multi-target. So it deals damage to the enemy, about 4.5k, and more damage to all the enemies around it. Oh, Pepe, are you okay, bud? Oh, gosh, my cat's in a cone. Give me 1 second. Sir, you're okay. Here, I got you. You want to go uppy? You want to go up on the windowsill? Yeah. This is my son, Pepe. Here you go. Oh, here you go, little buddy. There, okay. You okay? If you need to get down, just, I don't know, let me know. He's stress shedding, and I don't blame him. Anytime you have to cone your pet is an unfortunate time. Oh, perfect timing. Pepe, you summoned a dungeon for me. Thank you, sir. Oh, and Hollowed Grave is a good time. We need more grappling hooks in games. I don't care what anybody says. Biggest mech of 2023. What? Grappling hooks. Let's put them in everything, and I approve.
I may fall today, but by Onsi's bright blade, I will take you with me.
All right.
Just listen. Not our Africa's brave.
Jump. Spare Draugurkin? Oh, I can... Whatever you need, bud. Whatever you need. Oh, dang, bro. Okay. All right, let's see here. As far as DLC dungeons go, this is probably one of my favorites. And it is absolutely because of the grapple hook. I am a simple man. See, and you also get a little companion out of it, too, with the, what's it called? Dark Clone? Dark Shade. Huge AoE damage, which I want to say I put into the champion points. I really do hope that I did. Direct damage, single damage. Interesting. I might need to respec that, and I missed the door. It's okay, guys. I'll be right there. How embarrassing. Hit him with the ult. See, and one other downside is if you were running this in vet, positioning is really big in groups, especially when you're running vet if you're unfamiliar. You know, the tank turns the enemy around, and you attack the back of the enemy, essentially. Yeah, see, there we go. If there was a tank right here, I would have to go right behind him in order to get that. So that's just something to consider. There's one out of... Huh. Interesting, I've never seen that before. No, it's something in the chat. I realize that I'm covering it right now, but... And... There we go. You see, perhaps if I was running Bloodthirsty, these fights might burn faster towards the end of them. But like I said, I chose infused on the jewelry because I just wanted to punch hard from the start, and time ain't a thing with this build. That damage shield holds up through just about anything that's not a one-hit kill. Pop, pop, pop. Gotta do that with style, man. So lame. Give me my sweet roll. Huge. All right. Yeah, that's the only downside with the Grizzly Gourmand is I can get 2 out of 3 of its buffs no matter what, because Empower doesn't stack on another Empower. It's already given to me as a passive from Oaken Soul. So unlucky, but at least it gives the group a chance to get that if they don't have it as a passive already. Oh, offline. That's okay. I am prone to unfortunate Wi-Fi outages myself, so I can only sympathize with anybody who suddenly pops up as offline. Let's see here. This way. As much as I do enjoy this dungeon, I do kind of forget some of the layout. Rotation is easy, because again, there's only 3 skills, 4 that I actually have to keep tabs on. But for the most part, you know what? I am going to see how well it works if I just kind of stand in that inferno. This is on regular, not on vet. But every now and again, it does a lot of damage to stand when this particular... There it goes. When this boss does their mech, I'm losing no health. It's ridiculous, man. Oh boy, that's not good. There we go. See, that's the downside. If you cannot find an enemy, in order to proc that damage shield, you are just a normal chef again. Ooh, big synergies, big synergies. Let's go. Come on. Oh, please, just... Oh, we got him. Alright.
Never mind.
My favorite boss in this is that one with the, well, we're gonna come across him here in just a second, but it's the, oh, yeah. Sorry, bro. I can sympathize, but the group has spoken. Is the ghost that stands in the center, what do you want to call it, like a plateau or something? And then you have to kind of zip to the sides to avoid his AoE. I wonder if I could stand in that AoE with this. No, no shot. Absolutely no shot. I think it drains health anyways. It doesn't actually, like, do damage. It's just straight up, And plus, it's not the mech. You're supposed to go on the sides and kill the ghosts there anyway, so I would actually be bothersome to the team if I decided to do that, but it would be a neat test. Maybe for a second, just for a quick second. There we go. Oh, up there, that's right. All right. Ah, this isn't him, but still a fun one. All right, I got both on that one. Give me my essence. What is that skill again? I keep calling it sucky skill. Power extraction. Power extraction, much more presentable. But... Oh, Pepe, do you want down? No, he's just switching sides on the windowsill. That's my boy. That's my son. That's my boy. Let's see here. I'm thinking next week I'm deciding between my samurai build, my Ghost of Yote, oh, Chesto, my Ghost of Yote / Tsushima build, or ya boy Jesus, which is my healer. So maybe I'll put up a poll or something to see what anybody wants to see next. I'd hate to put, because the Ghost of Yote build is another Oaken Soul build. Maybe I'll have to do ya boy Jesus instead. Show y'all what a real healer looks like. Not really. I sprinkled a couple other things in there too. It's not the purest healer you've ever seen, but there we go. Oh, wow. I didn't realize we had a new weekly this, Huh. Let's go! That should have been worth, what, 250 seals, I think, if this is a normal week. And you're mine. I stay wasting ults in this, man. Like, oh, there he is! There's our boy. Dude, so much pronunciation this stream. Ondegor the Mad, baby. Let's go. There we go. I'm at my most focused when I'm trying to remember the rotation. Like, that's when I go... Oh, there we go. There's the mech. Please, can I... Why, thank ya. Alright, there's the other one. How about once we get back to the center, I will see if I can withstand his big center AoE attack and just stand here doing this. Let's see, come on. Dude, we're cooking. We're cooking. He's so cooked. This is nuts. Come on, get out of the stun. There we go. And our healer is doing a terrific job too. I realize that it's not just me, but just the fact that I could be here doing this. Oh, let's go. Huge. I don't remember which way it is. Is it that one? That one. I want to say it's that one, yeah. Nice. Probably one of my favorite DLC boss fights is that guy. Mostly because of the grappling hook, mech. Let's see here. I do constantly forget how far or how close we are from the end of this one, though. I'm pretty sure this is the last bit of loose enemies to... Ah, there they are. Yeah. So once again, once I make the VoD for this, I don't do a whole lot of editing, but I will put all the information on the build, either in the description or pinned comment. Whatever seems easier. Come on. Bring it, get out of here. Just stomps me. Huge. I'll also take some essence. Alright.
I'll kill you for what you've done.
By all means, try. Our patron demanded the remains of the grave of...
There's certain rotations that just feel good, man. Like, if you start feeling like a DJ, that's when... Not that I would really know, but that's when you know. Like that. Or if there's a way I could hotkey sound effects to each of these. Okay. You're dead. You're dead. You're so dead. Just... Massive. Let's see. What was this gentleman looking for here? Spare Draugr Inferno Staff. Sorry, buddy.
My fight.
A fight you would have lost. I don't expect gratitude, but you're welcome all the same.
Do you want the sword?
Fenorian, I understand why you did what you did. One day I will make my peace with it. In the meantime, I will put the light...
Happy hunting, and they're all gone.
I trust you will, Shilafria. As for me, I have some investigating.
Okay.
Starting
Well,
with this mistake.
as you can see, the build is good. It's fun. Again, these are all just for fun. There's no min-maxing here, no meta. If you're running a set that drops sweet rolls, it's probably not the meta. But I'd hate to assume. You never know what might come out in the future. I did used to run the other Gourmand set with this, where if you have a food buff, it increases your crit chance, or your crit damage. I didn't find it to be as impressive. With these two sets, I already have 34% base, so it'll do. Let me see here. I don't think any of these. No, it's just 34% right off the cusp. But yeah, that's generally it. I really do wish the shade looked like a copy of CHEF Boyardee. What's better than one CHEF Boyardee? 2 CHEF Boyardees. But let me make sure I got my mail before getting up out of here. Yeah, like I said, sorry about the relatively shorter stream today, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the build. Like I said, it's a very quick one. No subclassing. All of your points cost 1 per everything. The subclassing, you have to use 2 skill points for each skill line and all that. This one's not the case. It's just a pure Nightblade. Everything divine, everything pretty standard, to be honest. The only thing is Oaken Soul. Again, if you have not been scrying yet, you're gonna want to start. I highly recommend it. Mythics just add a whole nother dimension to this game, about just playing your way and your style. Granted, Oaken Soul is pretty meta. It's like the go-to mythic in the game because of all the passives that you get. But the only drawback being you have less skills to toy around with. So take that how you want it. But for right now, if you did tune in live, thank you so much for being here and joining me and CHEF Boyardee. If you watched the VoD, thank you for tuning into that as well. If you liked this, drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. I know that I'm still doing the rambling a bit, but I just want to express how much I appreciate anybody who is taking the time to look in on these fun videos that I make with these builds, these goofy builds that are only made for entertainment or just to have a good time. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Have a wonderful rest of the week. And I will see you next Monday with the Forbidden Jesus build. All right, you guys. Stay safe. Have a good one.